Hi, everyone. My name is Beth Austin. I'm a physical therapist and a brain retraining coach trainee with the Gupta program. That's a modality I've been working with for the past year and a half. That is a way of using our conscious awareness to help recondition our stress response or how we respond when things get challenging. So, I do some work with Liberty Rising, which is why I'm with you today. And I wanted to share with you today some ways that we can change, recondition the stress response that we notice, whether it's muscle tension or heart palpitations or fatigue, poor sleep, so many ways that our stress response ref- reflects in our life and impacts us. So, a few tools and a few things to understand about that. I'm going to show you an image so that you understand what we're working with, just briefly, for those of you that um, are interested in the anatomy and that helps you understand. It definitely helps me understand. We're working with this deep part of the brain, the limbic system. It's a more primitive part of our brain that we don't have to think about, but it directs our unconscious responses to things. So sometimes we're feeling tense or not able to sleep, even though consciously we want to. But this deep part of the brain, and in particular, these little structures here, the amygdaloid bodies or amygdala, deep in the brain here and behind the eyes, are our threat filter. They are processing everything that we experience to help keep us safe and looking for what's threatening and how we need to respond to stay alive and stay safe. This part of our brain is a part that we use a lot in the brain retraining. Our prefrontal cortex is the part of our brain that's able to be aware of what we're experiencing internally and externally and can give some feedback to the responses that we notice if we develop the ability to really use this part of our brain. Mindfulness practices, including meditation, are some of those tools, and some of you may have developed some of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about stress, how we change our experience from threat to having power and choice. So briefly, this is a little introduction. Um, Part of feeling stressed is not feeling that we have the ability to change the situation or to overcome it. So one of the big ways that we can change the response in the deep part of our nervous system is by expressing our power. That can be noticing that we're getting overwhelmed, that we're starting to feel tension or some kind of distress, and making a conscious choice to limit the stimulus, turn off the television, stop reading, leave the conversation, and to bring in an experience that gives us joy or a sense of connection or ease. That sense of connection can be with ourselves. So, doing things like having a daily practice of spending time knowing how we're feeling, responding to that experience either by following our breath, spending time in nature, and then actually noticing, how do I experience the ease of what I'm doing right now? Maybe listening to music, and then just letting your prefrontal cortex, your awareness, savor the experience of relaxation or expansion or joy. This retrains our response in our deep part of our nervous system if we consistently interrupt the stress response and instead offer some experience of connection, joy, safety. A lovely way, I'll leave you with this, a lovely way to really integrate that into your day is to set a timer on your mobile phone, or if you have a stopwatch that you wear. And every hour, some people do this even every 20 minutes, have it go off and just notice, how am I feeling right now? And how can I respond to that in a compassionate way that gives me more a sense of ease?